with handcrafted gifts and holiday treasures, perfect for everyone on your list. Get your tickets and learn more about what's on this season by visiting the calendar of events at EdmontonExpoCenter.com today.
Mission Rail and Auctioneering's Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg Public Unreserved Equipment Auction is this Friday at 9 a.m. featuring graders, excavators, forklifts, loaders, man lifts, skid steers, plus commercial trailers including 3 unused 2023 Timmins 55-ton triaxle lowboys. Info at MAauctions.com.
He's heading into the driveway. Temperature's dropping fast, folks. He opens the hood and, oh no, the battery's on thin ice.
Yeah, that's a tough break, Tim. I mean, you can't expect to compete and win with weak parts in your game like that.
But wait, he's made a clutch move. He's gone to Napa Auto Parts for the win. They've got batteries, winter-grade oils, antifreeze, and wiper blades built for cold Alberta conditions.
That's a championship play, Tim.
With over 85 Alberta locations, visit your local Napa store today or shop online at napacanada.com. That's Napa know-how.
Mission Rail and Auctioneering's next Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg Public Unreserved Industrial Auctions are this Thursday and Friday at 9 a.m. These major events include multiple lanes selling a large selection of multi-purpose trucks, equipment, and commercial trailers. Info at MAauctions.com.
This is Sports 1440 and the all-new Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:02. Good morning. Thank you for tuning into Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Go pay him a visit. Only available in Leduc if you're going out that way. Roads actually, the busy roads, the main roads, not that bad. Just be patient and turn your lights on, for goodness sake. I did some driving around the city this morning. A lot of people, no lights on, and with those flurries going, it just makes you scratch your head. Get those back ones on. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, Sam Willis with you here from the Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall. Lots to discuss on this show today. Raptors, Lakers tonight. No Luka. That's good. You got the Oilers taking on the Kraken once again, a team they just beat 4-0 over the weekend. And then, of course, Thursday night football. And this is a fun one. Lions, Cowboys. Huge game for both teams as they look to stay in the playoff race. It's going to be a fun one. A great night to just hunker down and watch some sports on potentially 2, maybe 3 TVs if you have the opportunity to do so. Text line 1-833-401-1440 or email Connor at sports1440.ca, Brandon at sports1440.ca. Brandon Douglas, the Duke of Delburn. How's it going today? You seem frustrated. Are you okay?
No, I'm great.
Are you fed up Thursday?
I'm fed up Thursday. I'm fed up with Laddie just constantly prying at my personal life and ridiculing me as a result of my lack of answers. But no, all kidding aside, yeah, it's a great night on the sporting slate. This is he says it's a big game for Cowboys and Lions, man. Like I said, I had it for in or out. Like the loser of this game probably isn't going to make the playoffs. And I get it. Like it's an uphill battle for the Cowboys, even if they can get a win. But for the Lions, like, you're 2 games back in the division. You've already lost both to Green Bay, I think, right? You got 1 game against the Bears here. I wouldn't be saying that about Detroit if the Bears had lost on Good Black Friday, but they didn't. They won. They're clear of everyone else in the division by a half game with that tie for the Packers. So it's crazy to say that you look at like last year's Final Four teams of the Eagles, the Lions, or sorry, I guess it was the Commanders, but the Lions, like preseason favorites.
Yeah.
Bills, Chiefs.
Bills.
So a lot of the preseason favorites, and I think it was MTR had texted this in right at the end of the Carey show, like a lot of the preseason favorites are fighting for their playoff lives. Here we are in the final third of the season.
It is crazy. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for the Lions, it doesn't get that much easier. Like, there's games they should win, but tonight against the Cowboys at home, not an easy game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I believe, not going to be in the lineup for them. You're already down Sam Laporta. Jameson Williams, wide receiver 1. They got that Tesla, who's pretty good making plays. Then you got the Rams in SoFi next weekend. Then you host the Steelers, which, should win. Lions Vikings on Christmas.
But what if Adam Thielen turns it around for the Steelers?
What if? Why did he sign with the Steelers? He clearly wanted to go to a competitor, and then he ends up with the Steelers, who I suppose are competing for a playoff spot. Lions Vikings and then Lions Bears. That could potentially be the Sunday night game, depending on how the schedule goes. They're going to determine the timing for all of that, but look for that to be the morning game or potentially a Sunday night game. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a whole lot of fun in the NFL. Any questions you might have regarding your league, you can let us know, 1-833-401-1440. So you are catching strays about your personal life, and we got to get you a couch at home so you can bounce back or clap back at them. I was taking strays about my IQ, allegedly, not knowing trivia very well.
Yeah, I thought that was really out of pocket between Kevin and Ben Feldman, talking to Ross Shep earlier. And I'll say Kevin definitely seemed like he was leading Ben a little bit into trying to take a shot at you.
I think so.
And I mean, hey, he's on with Carius. You're not here to defend yourself. Why not take a free shot?
I thought, like, if you look at the alumni of Shep, I'm top 1,000 in history.
That's still pretty good.
I'm not going to say I'm top.
The school's been around the school's been around a long time.
It's been around a long time.
Big classes.
Yeah. I mean, if you compared everyone that went to Shep and how many Twitter followers you have, I got to be top 50.
You got to be doing pretty well. Are there any Ross Shep alumni in the CFL? Or have there been?
Oh, Hugh O'Neill.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Some Hoopers.
Oh, Jermaine Buckner.
Yeah.
Steve Sir. Jermaine we won a championship with the Celtics, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm top 1,000. I'm not going to claim I'm top 50, but to not even have a chance to defend myself. I'm not bad at trivia. Like,
is the I kind of
is it T-Bird trivia?
Well, was my question. Is it like Ross Shep history? Like, who was valedictorian in 1997?
Yeah, like that. I'm not going to know. But
who would? Besides probably that guy or girl.
I did go back. I spoke to students. I was asked to go back last year by Coach Youngs,
but I tossed him.
Well, when he asked me, I said I can't say why, but that timing probably doesn't work. And it was right around when Benny was being born. He was like, I got it. So he understood. But yeah, I'd go back. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. If I get
you might not get him.
If I get a public apology, maybe. Yeah, don't bring that idiot in here.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot.
Totem hoop is sick though. Like I'm jealous. That was always a good time at Shep. Like, and I think some teachers would kind of bribe you with that. Like, well, if we're good, we'll go watch Totem Hoop. I'm sure in their plan, they're like, yeah, we're not having class today. We're gonna go watch that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Basically a movie day.
Go watch some hoops. It was great.
Teachers could turn it up a little bit on a Wednesday or Thursday night, knowing that there's Totem Hoop games on Thursday and Friday.
Exactly. That's totally what it was.
That's what teachers do, I've heard.
Okay, so Steelers did claim Thielen. The way the Buffalo Bills claimed Darius Slay, and he's now opting or debating retirement.
Yeah. It's like, where do I want to play?
I'm surprised. I guess, a nice compliment, I suppose, to DK Metcalf. We don't know how much he has. Going back to Minnesota was an interesting move for him. I guess, home is where the heart is.
And Jeff Addison was out the first 4 weeks, right? So they're trying to get an imprint on the offense, and then with a new quarterback, compared to when he was obviously previously there. Unfortunately, that quarterbacks weren't very good, so it didn't matter.
Montana Rice says, all I know is the Niners will move up to the 6th seed minimum this week. Packers, Bears weekend. You got the Jags, Colts, Chiefs, Texans, Ravens, Steelers. Banger games this weekend. Yeah, really good weekend in the NFL for sure. And, we play MTR in the Fantasy Frenzy League.
We need a win.
I think there's probably a lot of people in our situation where you need something big here. And matchups are going to be absolutely massive. And, I mean, it starts off good. Like, hey, There's games, Bills Bengals on the surface, you'd look at their records and say, probably not that great. But a lot of those losses came without Joe Burrow. You bring Joe Burrow back into it, all of a sudden, maybe we got a shootout. Josh Allen versus Burrow, top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. Could be a lot of fun. I've already said Titans Browns to me is fun because see what Cam Ward can do, Shedeur Sanders, and obviously we have our bet for lunches in that one. Competitive games, I would say, not quite as many, but Colts Jags is going to be
important.
That's a good way to put it. We don't know what Daniel Jones can do. We don't know what Trevor Lawrence can do, but it's an important game.
Like Colts Jags and Steelers Ravens.
Massive.
Both of those could decide the winner of their respective divisions.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So and then
Bears
Packers ditto there. And then the Sunday night game, Chiefs are fighting for their lives in Houston, trying to claw their way back into a spot and maybe catch one of those other AFC South teams that are a game or two ahead of them.
I was gonna say maybe you want to to flex one of those games, but Chiefs Texans is massive in Arrowhead. Tons of Chiefs fans all over the world. Ratings, it makes sense, and that your Texans defense, we've talked about it all year. That's a good group. You can rush, you can cover.
Number one,
do pretty good. So that'll be a fun one. And then the Monday night, you got the Eagles in SoFi taking on the Chargers. Justin Herbert. They're going to try to get him ready. He's going to play. I would almost bet a substantial amount of money on that one. And we've talked about the Monsters Inc. game, I believe. Have you seen any about that?
No.
Oh, well, there's going to be an alternate feed.
Right.
And they're going to be players. I've seen a lot of movies. I haven't seen a lot of movies as well.
Wait a minute. Let me think about that.
Monsters Inc. I think I've only seen it once, so I'm not too familiar.
So is this going to be like that Simpsons game?
I think that's what it's going to be like.
Which is really cool.
Which might make it easier to watch for me. So I might just turn on that feed.
What character will Justin Herbert be? Sully?
He's the big monster?
Yeah, he's the big guy that's nice. And he's the protagonist.
Who's the one guy, the eyeball?
That's Mike Wazowski.
Was that Jalen Hurts or Saquon?
I could see Mike Wazowski being Saquon.
I think it's fun. It's good for the kids. And then maybe Duke will watch the Manning cast.
I only ever see the clips from the Manning class. I don't watch it. I like to watch the game.
I'm with you too.
And some of the clips are great. Don't get me wrong. There's some real gems that come out of it. But if I'm getting them anyway on my feed as clips, I don't really feel it necessary to watch the entire game that way.
EG says, genuine question. What makes Burrow and Allen better than Dak? Like if Dak didn't play for Dallas, do you think he'd get more love for being a top 5 QB? Well, you lost me here. Even people put Herbert over Dak. Well, yeah, Herbert's better than Dak, obviously, but
obviously,
I don't. That you won't get any Dak hate from me. I have never hated Dak. I think he's a great quarterback, better person. But
is that true though?
Dak's
Dak is a great guy.
I would let Dak marry my daughter.
Man of the year.
Yeah,
but he's also one of he's the top 1% of the 1%. Football players.
I think he's top 1%.
Is he top 1% of 1% of all people?
I think so. I think he's great, man.
That's tough to do.
He's so, he puts himself out there for mental health. He's gone through some things. He's faced so much adversity, destroyed the leg, came back to play. Like, I think he's top notch. So it is high praise.
I agree.
It is high praise.
But if we're being literal about it, he is a really good football player. And by the percentages, I think he's probably a better football player than he is a person. But that's not to say he's a bad person.
Well, sounds like that's what you're saying.
He's great. He's man of the year. He's got Darth Vader on his chest.
Yeah, EG, I don't get the Dak hate. Like, it's playoff success is always going to be a determining factor.
And that's like EG followed up and said, what about those guys makes them so much better than Dak, though? Well, Dak has one playoff win. Maybe 2.
Burrow's been to a Super Bowl,
right?
Allen's been
to several championship games, like MVP.
Won an MVP, yeah.
And was it last year or the year before we did give Dak the MVP at like the halfway point of the season on this show, and then he fell off an absolute cliff. We were kind of the MVP curse that season, where every time we picked a new one, they went on a real bad run and fell out of contention.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Connor. I think Dak is really good, and now that he's actually got several weapons around him, like the Cowboys' run game is transformed this year with Williams. They've invested a ton in the O-line and good on them for doing so. So many teams overlook that, I think. They add Pickens to go with Lamb as a target. Jake Ferguson, one of the more underrated tight ends maybe in the league, as a pass catcher. Yeah, I like the Cowboys a lot, especially the way the defense is kind of shoring up here since the trade deadline. They're a frisky team, and if they can get a win tonight, I would be. They're a team, regardless. I would not want to play down the stretch if I was another club in a hunt for a playoff spot.
Yeah, and I'll just say, like, that's what it is. It's playoff success. He's had 2 playoff wins, but when you're in Dallas, there's just so much pressure. And playing in Dallas, everyone wants to hate you. They're America's team, but they're also probably the most hated team.
And even in the playoffs, he's been maybe victim a little bit of the team situation. Like if we remember 2 of the playoff losses, and maybe these were even the same one, I'm trying to remember, where it's like end of game and you have no timeouts and they run a QB draw. And he's run up the middle, then he slides down. They can't get the ball snapped off on the next play to even spike it. And then, of course, the infamous Zeke Elliott at center, the only O lineman, and just gets absolutely steamrolled.
Like, exactly. That,
like, those are games the Cowboys lost that they were very much in. But those are what stand out about how badly they handled the end of game situation. What takes the brunt of that? Coaching a lot of the time. Well, McCarthy's no longer employed there, and the quarterback.
And I think one of the reasons that I am higher on Dak. Sorry, I'm looking at that Zeke play right now.
So funny.
That was
I was crying laughing watching that in real time.
That was his last play as a Cowboy.
So bad. It was so funny.
Center, one of your best rushers of all time.
And it's like, and not even like centers, like there are no other linemen.
Yeah.
This is one.
Well, they're all lined up to his right with CeeDee Lamb in between them.
Yeah.
Anywho, I've always said it, and it's because I'm a Herbert sympathizer, that wins are not a QB stat. I'll see if I deleted the picture, the graphic I had, but like Justin Herbert's record, sort of bring him back into it, with when the team allows less than 20 points is like 14-3.
Yeah.
When it's less than 27 points, it's like 40-10.
Wow.
It's a good quarterback can only do so much when your defense is terrible. And I think, or your roster is. And I think that Dak has been a victim to that as well. So.
And it's kind of funny because we talk about the NFL and the quarterback position is like the most important position in sports, right? Like you cannot have success in this league without a good quarterback. But it's also the sport where one singular player can kind of have the least amount of impact on a game because you don't play all the time. You're not all like in the NBA, it's the inverse. Like if you have a LeBron in his prime, Steph Curry, KD, all these one-of-one type players, like they can single-handedly win you a basketball game. A quarterback can try. He can go out there and throw a touchdown every time he's on the field. But if your defense can't get one stop, then it's a moot point and it's for nothing, right? And so I find that so funny and like a little bit juxtaposed about how we view a quarterback position and their importance in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. E.g., I'm learning is now a Cowboys fan. You didn't tell me, but giving it away.
Context clues.
Also said Lamar's first MVP should have went to Dak. So let's just quickly bring it up. In 2019, when he won his first MVP, they went 13-2.
The Ravens.
I had Dak Prescott up. I'm going to go back to his Wikipedia. So, sorry, 2019 was the year. Dak was 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions to Lamar's 36-6 advantage. Lamar also rushed for 1,200 yards. Dak rushed for 277. Cowboys went 8-8. Ravens went 13-2. No, Dak should not have won MVP over Lamar Jackson. I'm thinking that's a biased take.
The MVP, and once again, talk about different sports and how they compare. Like, can you win MVP if you don't make the playoffs? We see it more in baseball than any other sport. And even there, it's not super common. In the NFL, like, how good are you?
That's exactly it.
How valuable are you? But once again, if he's only on the field half the time, how can it be? How can it necessarily, like last year, the Bengals come up short. Joe Burrow had as strong of a case as anybody for MVP.
If Tom Brady in the year he broke the passing record and Moss broke the record missed the playoffs, then maybe I'd listen to it. But it would have to be outrageous.
That's what I mean. We're talking about like extreme exceptions,
and it'd have to be nobody else in the league was even close.
And like
that matters too.
And people are trying to get some love out there for Myles Garrett this year. No. We know he's not going to because A, he's a defensive player. B, he's not a quarterback, obviously. And also the Browns have 6 wins. Like he can't play offense.
6 wins?
Oh, so I'm still looking at the
3 wins.
I'm still looking at the 2019 thing. I decided already 3 wins. Thank you.
If they had that many wins, I'd be getting lunch right now from old Josh.
But what if I'm looking at the same year, that season, the Saints had 13 wins.
The Browns have just always been bad. Well, always.
Shocker.
2-time coach of the year.
Well, but Baker won them a playoff game, and then they're like, "Get out of here, loser."
We don't like the cut of your jib. Democracy says, "Hey, Conman, as a Chargers fan, what's the word on Hampton? I'm sitting in first place in my main league, hoping he's going to give me a playoff boost." Yeah, I mean, he's looking good at practice. Truthfully, Dean, I think they held him out of last week because it was the Raiders. I think they said take another week.
It's
off.
like, we don't need you.
We don't need you.
This game.
Yeah, if you have Kamani Vidal on your team, have him ready. But I think that he's going to play this weekend or Monday night, and they'll need him because that Eagles defense can be frisky.
Vidal's had success.
Yeah,
he's been quite good in his stead. So if you let's just say you're not a Hampton owner that's short up by picking up Vidal, and you just have Vidal standalone. You get the notification Hampton's in the lineup. Is it going to be 50-50 action, or do you think they just give the rock right back to Hampton pretty much full send?
I don't think it'll be full send. I think it'll be like 60-40 maybe if he's healthy. Vidal also can catch the ball out of the backfield, so he's got some value there. But yeah, I like him. I if you're desperate, no one else is out there, I think he might be an okay start, especially probably a little bit of easing of Hampton back into the lineup. But if you have better options, full-time backs, definitely go that route. Just quickly, B says that Tesla is very electric.
Nice.
We'll take a break. When we come back, more text, 1-833-401-1440. It's Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. You can also watch us on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and Twitch. Brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantor, proudly delivering world-class hydraulic torque wrenches in Canada since 2016. I'm thrilled to announce our in-house production of tool components and accessories for faster turnarounds and enhanced versatility. The future is here at Cantor.com.
Across the province, Albertans are taking their shot on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code Gregor50. That's code Gregor50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner.
I'm making my list, checking it twice. And guess what? I'm giving Will Hawk Beef Jerky to everyone, naughty and nice. Because honestly, everyone deserves a taste of Alberta's finest, no matter if they've been bad or good. So this holiday season, skip the chocolates and pass on the turkey. Make sure you're Will Hawking around the Christmas tree with Alberta's best beef jerky. Ho, ho, ho!
Call to place your pre-order today at 780-986-2537. Bring in the new year with a Canadian country legend. December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku, Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. With special guests Haley Benedict and Morgan Clyburn. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. Hosted by Chris Sheets. The countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticecenter.com/events. After 20 years, Canada's most prestigious international hockey tournament returns. The Camrose Viking Cup, December 28th to January 4th at Encana Arena. Tickets at vikingcup.ca. Brought to you by Sports 1440.
Do you sit around at work listening to sports radio all day? That's right, my friend. There's no shame in it. It's the good life. And we're not here to snitch. Hey, if your company advertised on Sports 1440, you could be the one listening for your company's ad every day. Now you've got an excuse to listen to Sports 1440 all day. It's part of the job. Sounds like someone's getting a promotion. Email Gregor at sports1440.ca and let's get to work for you.
Hey everybody, it's Team Principe and Jason Stradler. Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters and have some drinks with umbrellas in them, you could attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Jason Strudwick, Kelly Buchberger, Ron Lowe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. Don't miss out on every hockey fan's dream cruise, the Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. It's going to be one hell of a trip. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise, July 2026. Visit cast.tours/Edmonton or call 1-833-347-7678. Book now and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours/Edmonton.
I'm Rick Showers from No Bull RV, and people often ask me, hey, Rick, do people actually buy RVs from No Bull in the fall?
Fair question, Rick. Why would you want to buy an RV just when it's time to put it away in storage for the winter?
And I have the answer, Bob, because the RVs at No Bull are used, and that means every RV on our lot is a one-of-a-kind. So when you're looking for a used RV, you can be really picky.
One of a kind means you don't have to compromise on what you're looking for.
That's right, Bob. But it also means when you find the right one, you grab it up before someone else does. Sometimes that's in the fall, but No Bull makes it easy because when you buy your used RV now, we include winterization and winter storage for free. We even get it prepared for spring camping at no charge to you. All you need to do is be ready for the great outdoors come next spring. When you think of it that way, the fall might be the best time to get your RV.
And that's No Bull.
NoBullRV.ca.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:26. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Also streaming on our YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and Twitch channels. Just search Sports 1440, and if that doesn't pop up, add AM to the end, and I think it'll be good. 1-833-401-1440 is the text line. Thank you guys for tuning into the show today. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Maybe you guys are halfway through. Duke's essentially done his Wednesday. It's almost Thursday for him, which is pretty much the weekend.
It is Thursday. It's basically Friday for me.
Yeah. And then you're hosting on Friday. Wait,
you said Wednesday. It's basically Thursday. Today is Thursday.
It's Thursday. Oh.
Can you believe that?
Cool. Oh, wow. I thought it was Wednesday for some reason.
Well, I'm glad to let you know that you only have basically 2 more days of work.
Yeah. And I know it's Thursday because I booked the Thursday lineup.
Freaking weekend, baby.
Big plans?
I have a family Christmas back in Delburn. Davidson family Christmas.
On
Saturday
night?
Afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll probably jet right from the Triple S to the highway.
And then we've got a new show coming up on Sunday mornings.
Pretty exciting stuff, yeah.
If you haven't
looking forward
heard,
to tuning in.
The Manib Khan show is going to get going. Manib actually was on Sports 1440 for a brief period with Turn Sports. That show stopped, but he was kind of doing it all there for a little while. So he's got the itch to do sports radio, so he'll have a coach and Neil along with him, and Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. You get Saturdays and Sundays 9 a.m. live local coverage, and man, those guys wide berth, like maybe
They'll
similar
cover
to
it all.
us. They'll do hockey, obviously, but football, basketball, baseball, soccer as well. F1. They're doing 1 hour. I think it might be 2 hours soon, leading right into our Sunday NFL coverage. So big things. Sports 1440 continuing to grow. Let's dive into the inbox here for Elks Nation. A 2-weekly podcast with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger, breaking down the green and gold, most in-depth double football coverage you're going to find out there online, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast from. You can also read their articles at elksnation.ca. We had Mark Killam on the Jason Greger show yesterday. Some good stuff there. I think Greger will have a new article coming out soon. So go check it out, elksnation.ca. A lot of text rolling in here. Hey guys, I don't know enough about hiking to talk about it, but I do know it's a good idea not to play Skinner because he has 2 good games under his belt. Let's not blow his confidence. He has a record of playing 2 good games, then, that's enough. Let's just say that.
Taking a step back.
Because I heard you guys had been talking about, rolling with Stuart Skinner now. He's allowed 1 goal in the last 2 games. Tonight, indications were that Calvin Pickard would get the look. I can see that. I mean, you came off a game where you were very good against Seattle on Saturday on the road. The assumption would be, do that again and you can have more positive results. Why not get your backup in there? I get it. To sit on the fence, I get both sides of it. Chris Knobloch, I'm not going to question him. He's been doing it long enough and showing us that he usually has a pretty good idea, good finger on the pulse. Husk says, CH, I'm worried about the Colts. Danny Dimes' true colors are starting to show. Is that supposed to say something else? Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the thing. Like, when you go to the Colts, they got to get the run game going. They're always going to be a stronger team when they have the lead and you're running the football. And you can't give up on it, even if it's, down 6 points, 10 points. I think the key to that team has to be running the football, doing so with success, and then letting Daniel Jones go from there. And let him pull the ball down and run every once in a while. He's got that ability, and that's going to create opportunities. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not saying the Colts are done by any means, but a little scary. Rage Texter B says Devontae Smith or BTJ to fill in for St. Brown this weekend. I'm curious what the Chargers have done against top receivers. Some running backs have lit them up. Like, no doubt about that one. Like, Saquon Barkley might be a very good pick this week. Devontae Smith has been really good. Fantasy Pros has it as a 2-star matchup against the Chargers.
Sounds bad.
Who don't have a stud corner, but bring guys in that fit their system. Johnson, St. Juice, the Canadian, playing very good. Tariq still, Cam Hart. They kind of go match up player to player. Who's the other one there? Hop back to the text line. BTJ. He's a guy I've been flirting with playing as well.
But Jacoby Myers.
He's
WR1.
Playing the Colts in Jacksonville.
I think I'd be going Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I think that's probably a safe bet. It's going to be an interesting matchup, though. It will probably be Cam Hart on AJ Brown, more physical players. So, yeah, I think that's the way I go. Higher upside. Triple C and Chuck. Didn't he throw 3 first half interceptions in his last playoff game? Talking Dak. Top of my head, don't know. Could we go look? Absolutely. But that might take a little bit of time.
I'm on it.
Duke is on it. I'll dive into the inbox again here. EG says, sorry, I meant the 2023 MVP. Should have gone to. Well, now I got to go back and check their stats again. If we go look at it here, 2023. Because, the 2019 wouldn't have been close. Lamar Jackson, that was like probably his best year, running for 1,200 yards and then also putting up the passing yards that he did. He's still efficient too. Doesn't turn the ball over, makes good throws, confident in his arm. The 2023 season, Dak had 36 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Cowboys went 12-5. 2023 for Lamar Jackson.
I'm seeing 2 first half interceptions in that 48-32 loss to Green Bay.
Okay. 13-3, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 800 yards on the ground with another 5 touchdowns. So let's bump that up to total touchdowns. It would have been 29. All right, I'll hear you out on that one. That one, I think there's a fair discussion. 2 touchdowns, you said last time?
2 picks.
2 picks? Or sorry,
2 first half picks, yeah.
Okay. Oh, geez. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Trevor Lawrence. It's all about the old comeback. MTR says, Colts are dead. Texans much better and complete team. Jags are a better team too, but the class of the division is Houston. It's high praise from MTR.
Well, defensively, obviously. It's the best defensive group in the league. And the offense, the pieces are there, right? Like, but you got a couple decent running backs in Chubb and Marks. You have a top tier receiver. You got a couple Iowa State beauties, 3 of them to be specific in your receiver core. And it just really boils down to CJ Stroud if he can play his type of game, delivering the ball on time and on target, reading his offense well as a play unfolds. If he can keep from turning the ball over, taking a ton of sacks because the O-line is still not very good, then yeah, they can have a ton of success because they don't need the offense to be gangbusters. They just need it to be competent, and their defense will give them a chance to win every single game.
Yeah, I'm with you. MTR says last year was probably his best year for Lamar. Didn't win MVP. Yeah, he and Josh Allen kind of ran away with the competition there. That could have been a co-MVP season. Peyton and McNair did it back in the day, which people don't love. But yeah, Lamar was great last year. Lance says, "Go Raiders! Next year's our year."
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, man.
Is Pete Carroll gonna be back?
He might not be, which is crazy. You got if you're gonna bring him a head coach like that who has a track record, give him 3 to 5 years. You weren't gonna win with Geno. I might have to eat some crow because I said this team wins more games with Geno. That game on Sunday, when the interior pressure came through, there's so many times I'm like, Geno, dump it off. Throw it away. Do something. And he just ate it and took the sack. Which, don't get me wrong, sometimes is the right play. But it wasn't in these situations. Dev says, Cortland Sutton, Jacoby Myers, or Kenneth Walker. Also, have you guys heard anything about Drake London?
Questionable still.
I need him back. He's been a big part of my team. We'll maybe take a closer look at the injury report tomorrow, but questionable for now. I'd probably go Jacoby Myers. He's been good since he got to Jacksonville.
I've liked his game a lot.
He was really good with the Raiders too, I thought.
Very overlooked inside his entire time with Vegas, really. So yeah, I've been kind of riding the Myers wave here since landing in Jacksonville. That's who I'd be playing.
Text from Kenneth says, "Is the World Juniors dead?"
Is this just in reference to?
Is it because we haven't talked about it, or
all the best players are in the NHL?
This is my biggest qualm with the event. Typically, and I feel like it was force fed down our throat. Like, it's great drama, it's great. I get that, but I'm every single year a Canadian team loses and the Americans win, and I'm just like, well, Canada didn't have their best players. And sometimes the Americans don't have their top players either. But we'll talk about it more for sure. I'm trying to get Steven Ellis to hop on with Gregor sometime in the next week or two to discuss the potential Canadians on the squad. But we'll be talking about it for sure. This is great to sit down on Boxing Day and watch that. I love it. Well, I like it.
I love it.
Duke loves it.
I love it.
I tolerate it. Matt says, would you play Jordan Addison from Mini, Brian Thomas from Jacksonville, or Kenneth Gainwell in my flex? I don't know why, but Jordan Addison, no.
Jordan Addison is a non-play.
He's in Justin Jefferson right now. It's kind of scary.
I'm gonna keep dressing Jefferson because he's Justin Jefferson. But I'm kind of thin at wide receiver in that league. I don't really love it. I don't like the quarterback play, regardless of who it's been, has been so poor that all receivers are essentially, and the only last week did Hawkinson have a decent week just because he had catches PPR wise. I would have to check.
Dropped in one of my leagues.
Oh man, do we know is it Brosmer playing again or is McCarthy back? I haven't actually checked on that. Might be worth looking into. But in this one, I might give BTJ a look.
The
Steelers offense.
I'm high on them.
The Steelers offense is sad and pathetic. Ravens defense has been playing very well as of late. Yeah, I would go BTJ here.
Yesterday, JJ had full participation.
Oh, good. 9's back.
And improved.
Hopefully.
The best meme on the internet right now. No one's talking about it, Kenneth says. No Rush died off quite a bit. Yeah, I feel like growing up, I loved it. Jonathan Taves in the shootout, the Eberle goals, slight resurgence with Mason McTavish blocking it on the goal line. But
great game.
It's just not on my if I have to do priorities, okay, NHL is going on there, NFL playoff push is going on there. I tune in, but it's not what it once was for me personally.
And I could see that, and I do think with the way the NHL has gotten so much younger, and Canada I think is the biggest sufferer of it, but there are Americans that could be in the tournament that are in the NHL, and ditto goes for the other top tier countries. These are supposed to be the premier players, and now we're seeing more and more 17-year-olds make the team. Even 8, forever, this if you were 18 years old, unless you were a generational talent, you had no sniff of making Team Canada because the crop of 19-year-olds was so good, like entire rosters of first-round picks, and we still see that for sure. But like look at this year, and correct me if any of these names I list off are not correct, but like Celebrini, Beckett Seneca, Matthew Schaefer, Berkeley Catton, who may very well get loaned from Seattle, but like that's just off the top of my head, 4 Canadians that could be playing there, and would be the 4 best players.
like and all those players, yeah. But like what Schaefer's doing this year. You said Celebrini,
yeah.
Like yeah, it would be cool if all those teams were like, yeah, go play whatever. NHL maybe schedules 1 game in that week.
So speaking of our friend Stephen Ellis, he had this piece up yesterday, and this is a full list of Canadians that could be there that are currently in the NHL. So I mentioned Beckett Seneca, Zane Parake, the Flames, Matthew Schaefer, Benjamin Kindle. He's playing with the Penguins right now. Harrison Brunicky on Pittsburgh. World Junior are still in the NHL. Yeah. Brunicky, Celebrini, Sam Dickinson, Michael Misa, both the Sharks, Berkeley Catton. That is almost half a team in the NHL right now. And now how many of these guys might actually get loaned back? I think there's a strong case for a couple of them. Parake, Brunicky, Catton, maybe Kindle. But Kindle's on pace for 20 goals in his rookie season. Like the Penguins are a pretty good surprise team this year. He's clearly important to their success.
Yeah.
And like the Penguins want to remain competitive as long as they have Sidney Crosby and Geno Malkin. Crosby's on pace for like a 50-goal year again. Interesting.
MTR said like no Russia does take away from this tournament. Yeah. Braden Coots, did you mention him?
He's back in junior.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Okay, someone had texted that in. So he'll go. Sherwood Park product. Yeah, it's I don't know. Like we could just I'll just throw it out there to everyone and let's just gauge it right now. Text 1-833-401-1440. 1 to 10. How excited are you for the World Juniors? Let's see if people are 10s or is our listeners thinking, you know what, not quite what it once was. 1-833-401-1440. Very quickly before we go to break, Myers or McLaughlin. Myers against Atlanta, McLaughlin against New Orleans. So that's the Seahawks kicker or the Bucks kicker. Which way are you leaning?
Well, both teams will probably score a lot of touchdowns. It's good for PATs, but not necessarily. You know who's the best kicker to have? The Texans, because the Texans' red zone offense is terrible, and they kick so many field goals. I'll take Myers.
I was going to take McLaughlin. So
yeah, I change. I defer. McLaughlin.
Flip a coin, make your pick.
It's kickers, man. Like, what are we talking about? You know who you shouldn't play? Young Wei Koo.
Yeah,
because even if he's got to have some sort of yips moving forward after that,
or bounce back.
No.
Kickers can sway you though, man.
Kickers are insane. People always think goalies are weird and stuff. Kickers are the weirdest.
Also, Mike Evans' 21-day window was opened, wasn't it? And I think I've got him stashed on my team because I didn't want to cut him because I don't cut my leaders. So I'm hoping he comes back and all of a sudden I throw him in there. 3-touchdown performance. We'll take a break. When we come back, more text 1-833-401-1440. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
At Papa John's, our butter chicken pizza is a Canadian favorite, and we think we know why. We start with a velvety, tangy, and subtly sweet sauce. Then it's our better ingredients: fresh, never frozen original dough, juicy grilled chicken, and crunchy green peppers and onions. Sounds delicious, right? Well, wait till you try it. It's butter chicken made better. Order your large butter chicken pizza today for only $19.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Proudly locally owned and operated.
And here comes Action Electrical Service Team sprinting onto the scene. These are your first responders for any electrical emergency.
That's right. With their fleet of service vans and specialized gear, they assess, they service, and maintain electrical lighting and automation systems. They're all about rapid response.
Quick diagnostics and repairs to restore power and safety fast. Hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
Japa Machinery Group knows that XCMG may not roll off the tongue, but Japa's team will help keep your construction jobs rolling on time and on budget with heavy equipment sales and rentals. Visit japamachinery.com to find out more.
It's the biggest game of the season. The Edmonton Oil Kings Teddy Bear Toss, presented by The Brick.
Family Fun Sunday, December 7th. Bring your new stuffed bears to the game, and when the Oil Kings score their first goal, the fur will fly onto the ice.
Help Santa's Anonymous collect thousands of bears this holiday season for families in need.
See the Oil Kings in their special Teddy Bear Toss-themed jerseys as they face the Prince Albert Raiders.
Teddy Bear Toss, presented by The Brick. 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon at Rogers Place.
Limited seats remain. Great family entertainment starts at just $20 a seat at oilkings.ca.
Planning your next event? Let Loca Quality Market cater. From made-to-order meals to gourmet platters to full chef tasting experiences, they make entertaining effortless. Visit loca.ca to start planning today.
Aloha Edmonton, it's back. Century Vision Care's 4th annual Maui Christmas event on Friday, December 12th from 9 to 5. Century Vision Care, Edmonton's biggest Maui gym retailer, is bringing the island spirit to your holiday shopping. Enjoy in-house savings on all prescription and non-prescription Maui gyms, plus giveaways, prizes, snacks, and beverages all day. Same-day eye exam appointments are available, and they direct bill most insurance plans, but spots are filling fast. Get ahead on your Christmas list and treat yourself to a new pair of Maui gyms. Visit Century Vision Care on Instagram.
Edmonton's go-to station for all things sports is Sports 1440.
From Low Tide to Kevin Carriott and Jason Greger, we deliver the latest on your favorite teams.
Tune in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week
to Sports 1440.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, Sam Wilness with you here. Nice little Christmas music there from Sam. 3 weeks away, Duke. Is your shopping done yet?
No.
No.
You walk this mall with me almost every day. Although lately you've been choosing to spend some time with your infant son, which I find pretty disrespectful.
It's not a real slap in the face.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Connor, we're going to go for a walk? No, I'm heading over to my parents to go check in on the wee baby Benny. And I say, well, okay, let's just go F myself then.
I'm not going today. We actually have our next intern coming in today to shore up a few things.
Figure out the deets.
The plan. Yeah.
Exciting times.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh meat.
Yeah. I mean, Sam's been great, but his time has come.
On the chopping block, Sam.
It's an unfortunate part of interns.
See you never, buddy.
Where should we take him for lunch?
Yeah, I think so. His last day is the 16th on a Tuesday.
Can we crack Josh's mic here? Josh, what did you get for your... I took you for coffee.
Yeah, you did.
And then your last day, we got you Chick-fil-A?
Maybe? I don't think so, because at that point, I knew I was coming back. And so I just did the lowdown with Low Tide that day. I don't think I did anything.
You don't get...
I got you something because Duke told me you should get him.
Oh, you might have.
You don't get a last day lunch when you get hired.
You get a job.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You get a job.
I guess the lunch wasn't appreciated for what it's worth.
Hey, if you did get me something and I've forgotten, I apologize and thank you. But
also I asked Liam and he was like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I was like,
I remember
because he was working on the top lowdown with Low Tide. So I was like, what do you want? He's like, oh, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
You know what? No, yeah, you totally got me Chick-fil-A. Thank you. I
Was
appreciate
that when Chick-fil-A had just recently opened?
No,
Yeah, somewhat.
It opened in the summer.
I think
It was still sort of new.
It was already open when I started here, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
Man, time
because I think
flies.
one of the first times that I joined you guys on a mall walk, we went down to the old Chick-fil-A.
Actually, you're right.
And they asked me if I wanted mint in my bag. And I was like, why do I want mint in my bag? But she had said mints. I was like, no, I'm good. So I was thinking of the herb mint. But you, Connor, you said, yeah, I'll have a mint. I'll take a mint. She gave you 2. And I went, oh, it was actual mints. I thought she was just asking if I wanted mint in my bag.
Real mints. You know, SKS in sales took us for Chick-fil-A before Benny was born. So it's been around for a while.
Wow.
Like last summer. So yeah, it's been a long time.
Wow.
Okay, quickly here. I had asked you guys before break. Out of 10, how excited are you for the World Juniors? Matt is 2, but was never above 5. MTR says, I'm in the same boat as you, Connor. 4 or 5 doesn't feel the same. Cat Dad says 5. Trevor says 7 out of 10. Excited. It's a Christmas tradition. These kids always leave it out there. High emotion hockey. That's true. Brad the Driver's at 10. Titan says 4. I don't want to slander any other companies, but No Name here says someone ruined it with all their over-the-top coverage. Used to be fun. Yeah, I remember when they went door to door on camera with players that made it and didn't make it, and I'm like, what are we doing? These kids, they're kids. Like, come on.
They're just kids. That's what you always tell yourself when you're watching March Madness and there's a certain player that just like can't even make a layup.
You ruined my parlay, kid.
You're ruining my bracket, chump. It's like, hey, they're just kids.
Yeah, they're kids. Unless it's a 5th-year senior, in which case, hit the
or
shot.
unless you're Tyler Shuck playing college football. It's like, no, that's a man. That's Stetson Bennett, 28 years old, slinging college ball.
Well, it says, what about me? I was a goalie and the kicker on the football team.
That is a really bad sign, Lance. I'm sorry.
And you're a Raiders fan, so obviously.
So it all checks out.
Kidding. We love Lance. And I love your taste in music, actually. I love it.
Speaking of taste in music, Connor, have you been enthralled with the annual Spotify Wrapped post dominating your social media pages?
Oh, my age is 78. I'm such a throwback. I think it's annoying.
I do too. I lead the charge on nobody cares about your Spotify Wrapped or Apple Music. YouTube does one now, I think, too. But that listening age, that's a new element that's never been in it before. I was a little surprised to see mine, but that's, it's indifferent. I just I can't understand, like, if you post it that these are your top 5 artists, like, am I supposed to be impressed? Am I supposed to be interested?
Oh my gosh, you love Bob Dylan.
It's
You're
like,
so deep.
Wow, your number 1 artist this year was Morgan Wallen. Shocker.
No, Taylor, you listened to 18,000 hours of Taylor Swift. Good for you.
Good for you.
I'm impressed.
So
I'm with you.
I look at mine just like everyone else does. I enjoy it. And I kind of see what was the songs I listened to the most this year. Now, mine is a little skewed because my Spotify is on the computer here in the studio. So it gets used for Playlist Friday on the Carrier Show, other random times when people need a specific song. So it does, like, my number 1 song is Sweetness by Jimmy Eat World. It gets played every Friday here.
Yeah.
But I still like the information. It's cool for myself, but I have no desire to put, like, share it on my Instagram story. That's all my entire clicking through Instagram yesterday. That's all it is.
Yeah. Lance says his age was 36, but he cares about it. It's fun. I agree that, and this is what MTR says, it's cool if you look at yourself, but sharing is annoying.
I like it. I think it's fun and cool, but I don't know why anybody else would care about what I'm listening to.
I have Apple Music.
You get the same thing, though.
You get a similar thing, just like your top artists. And yeah. Cool. I listened to in June and July. I was really into Kanye. It was old stuff.
Suspect.
Old stuff. This month I was into this. Like, all right. Jacoby or Pierce? Alec Pierce or Jacoby Myers? Show me Jacoby Myers.
Pierce has been really good. I like him a lot. Is he a free agent?
Alec Pierce? He's been in the league for a while. He could be.
He's like I think statistically he's one of, if not the best deep threat receiver in football.
He's from BYU, right?
Is he?
I'm pretty sure.
That I don't know.
Just look at him. Screams.
He looks
Cougar.
he looks Cougar.
Oh, Cincinnati.
All right then.
Never mind.
That guy looks Cincinnati. I see him and I just say Bearcat.
Bearcat. UFA this year, yeah. He was in line for a nice payday.
I might go Alec Pierce here.
All right.
I mean, these guys are going head to head. Jones has still found success finding him on these deep balls, even when some of the other passing game has been a little more stagnated.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind it. He's a good player, and he's got a knack for making big plays.
I think it's like I think he's the high ceiling play. Myers is the higher floor play.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a big underdog, maybe go for the risky spot. But if you're scheduled to win and you just need average performances across your lineup, maybe Myers is the right route.
Aaron says, I'm with you, fellas. Couldn't be more disinterested in what you listen to. I know because I play music for Benny every morning when I feed him. And I go for the old
Kanye.
stuff. We listen. Well, no, but Frank Sinatra. We've got Elvis in there, the Zombies, Beatles, of course.
Is that by design?
Yeah. Well, I want him to listen to all the music. Sometimes we do a little opera.
I was gonna say, are you a believer in playing Beethoven and stuff for your newborns?
No, because we also
Benny's
do
one now, but
we do Jay-Z and Mac Miller and stuff too.
You just want him to be fully a wide variety of tastes.
Yeah,
a little sample
we'll
of
do
everything.
Stranger Things soundtrack every once in a while.
You know who I bet you haven't played for Benny yet? I should send you a play so he can get a feel for some country music too.
Boomst.
Oh, all the legends of the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah, sure.
Some George, some Garth, some Whitley, B&D.
Whitley?
Keith Whitley.
I should do Whitney Houston next.
Also, hey, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I throw in a little bit of country every once in a while, but Johnny Cash. The good country.
Right, of course.
The way it used to be. Maybe I'll do the Ronettes. I got Etta James. And Hank Williams. How about that?
There you go.
That's a good one.
Junior or senior?
Senior.
Okay.
Hey, look.
Senior's the best.
Senior's always the best.
You don't like Bo Cephas?
Oh, senior?
No, that's junior. That was his nickname.
Hank Williams did Monday Night Football theme, did he not?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Well, that means we're done. Time to get out of here. Up next, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. Thank you guys for tuning into the show today. Tomorrow we'll be back, and we'll have a $50 gift card to first round to give out. Pretty cool. All right, now let's get to a Sports 1440 update with Sam Wilness, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Big game for the Oilers tonight as they host the Kraken once again after that shutout. Puck drop getting underway at 7 p.m. with pregame coverage with Andrew Walker getting underway at 6 p.m. A couple other games in the NHL with the Blues taking on the Bruins to get things kicked off. Rangers head on down to Ottawa to take on the Senators. Penguins head to Tampa to take on the Lightning. Predators and Panthers going head-to-head in Florida. Islanders host the Avalanche. Maple Leafs head down to good old Tampa Bay as they go face-to-face with the Hurricanes. Red Wings and Blue Jackets facing off in Columbus. Wild heads to Calgary as the Flames host them. And wrapping up the night, the Blackhawks take on the Kings in Los Angeles. Thursday night football kicking off at 6:15 tonight as Dallas takes on the Detroit Lions as week 14 in the NFL gets underway. In the NBA, only 5 games tonight with Golden State and the Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in Philly. Boston heads down to Washington to take on the Wizards. Brooklyn hosting the Jazz. Toronto Raptors getting things going against the Los Angeles Lakers. Tip-off at 5:30. And wrapping up the night, Minnesota and New Orleans going head-to-head. And some news out of the Milwaukee Bucks organization as Giannis Antetokounmpo is expected to be out 2 to 4 weeks with a calf strain. Coming up on Sports 1440, it's the Lowdown with Low Tide, and this has been your Sports 1440 update with Sam Wilness.
This is Sports 1440, a Stingray radio station broadcasting on Treaty 6 territory.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to CKJR wherever you go.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. It's not lost on me that this radio ad competes with a lot of other dealerships on the air. So what sets us apart? Honesty. At Northgate,